Hey guys, today I'm going to explain really it's social studies and writing. To start off with, I'm going to put it in our social studies assignment just to get things going. Eventually, we'll do some social studies in addition to this, but at least for the first little bit, I want you to get the hang of it. What we have learned about some is just the importance of primary sources, what happens in history, getting some information, firsthand accounts of the people that are there. So we are going to get some firsthand accounts just of your experiences at home and your day to day, what's going on right now, and creating a digital journal. So if you go to today's page, you'll see the directions for this and it explains everything. Make sure you understand that the resources for today will have everything that you need. So if you go to today's date, Monday, March 30th, you'll see several of the resources, including here where it says digital journal. When you go to the digital journal, you'll see it's an assignment that you have. Once again, if for me, it shows the directions, it shows each of you that I assigned it to, but it describes things. And then if you see here these two files, this is what you will need. And so as you do the digital journal, it will make a copy for you. And you'll see there's quite a few slides. And so we're only going to do one a day with the exception of today. This is your copy and you're going to save it. You're going to have it and eventually you'll send it in to me. But for this, you can click around, but here you're going to put your name. Here you can read, you really have some freedom for this box, like a quote or something here. But then when you look, the heart of this starts here. And the biggest thing each time you do these slides is to put the date where you are, the slide that you're filling out. And then here I want you today to write your name or type your name, age, grade, where you live, who you live with, favorite things. Don't worry about the photographs for right now, but if you can figure out how to insert an image, it shouldn't be too hard, but that also is important. The directions here explain. You'll have a big idea right here in the corner each day that at least gets you started with the topic. And once again, you always fill out the date, how you feel today, just a one-word description or a short description, what you're grateful for, what your goal is today. Once again, these don't have to be long, but they should be different. This is meant to have you reflect on the day and what's going on. And whatever the topic is here, you'll type it in. And so really, those are those first few slides today. I want you to fill out those introduction ones, and then you can choose. So you see here today's big idea, all about your family. That's easy enough. You fill in the date, you fill in information, and you type in here. As you do this, you'll notice that the big idea changes each slide. Things that you've learned, things I miss doing. You have several times where it's your choice, where you create your own topic. All about my house, my dream job, my favorite animal. You get the picture, and you scroll down and there's all these choices. We're going to do one a day, 4 times a week for several weeks. Obviously, you'll take spring break off. So as you use this resource, there's also the rubric here that you're going to want to keep track of how you're graded on this. And so essentially you just have to do everything it asks you to do, which is put in your thoughts, your feelings, and address the big idea for the day. So if you look, you're graded here. Did you have 4 or more complete sentences in your thinking? In other words, did you develop your ideas here and fully answer it? They don't have to be, the super long response, but you should show that you put some time into it. Here, every part of the journal is filled out. So a lot of this is just, did you put the date? Did you put a word to describe how you're feeling? And did you address what the topic of the day is? You'll notice here, when you go to the actual directions, up here, they actually explain, hey, you don't have to just write. If you look at this, about the big idea. That's where you start. The rest of your journal can be about what's happening during your day, your life, what's going on in the world. You do want to address a little bit about what the big topic is, but feel free to change up. Each day might have something that you write about. This is like a journal. Obviously, you get as personal as you want. You don't have to get super personal, but it's a reflection of the day. So back to the rubric, if you look, the next one is it just good writing? Things that we always talk about: sensory language, figurative language, elaborating, giving examples, just very good fifth grade writing. If it's just short, it doesn't even look like a fifth grader typed this out, then you're not going to get full points, of course. Here, the last section, you should just proofread your writing. You can get somebody else in your house to proofread it, but there should not be a ton of mistakes. Spelling, grammar, definitely put periods and marks at the end of your sentences. A lot of us have a hard time with that, but each day I'm going to look at your response and just give you 1 through 4 points on each of these sections. Now, I'm not going to look each day at your responses. At the end of the week, you have 4 days that you need to respond. You don't have to do it on Friday. Remember, Friday is a catch-up day. But you do have to do 4 a week, and then you'll submit it, and I will look at it there. Now, here's the other thing. If you are not going in order, which you don't have to, and say you choose right here, number 10, my dream job, and that's the first one you want to do, you can type today's date, and then you actually can go here and bring this slide up to the top. Okay, not necessarily here, these first 3 introduction slides, but to the top. Now we have my dream job as the 5th slide after the intro ones, and I have the date. If you can put them in order, so if you go way down here and choose one of the slides, you put the date, and then all you have to do here is bring it on up to the top. That makes it easier for me to find when I'm grading them, when I'm looking at them. And so that's the idea. You're going to keep track of this. I'll give you a reminder about how to submit it. You'll do 4 this week, including these intro slides, and then take the week off for spring break, and then we'll come back and do this. Several 5th grade classes are doing this, and we just thought it's a cool way to kind of reflect on the day and what's going on, and just give you a chance to practice your writing and kind of create something. You know, we connected it to Diary of Anne Frank, and just, you know, historically, talking about what's going on from day to day, and who knows, you can keep this and give it to your grandkids, and they can know what you are feeling each day. It's a pretty cool thing, an artifact. So let me know if you have any questions, but I know you're going to do awesome, and hopefully this is a fun assignment, that it's not something that, you know, you dread. Choose the slides that you want to write about, and the ones that you can't connect with, don't worry about those right now. All right?